Hello everybody, welcome back to the Artisan of Glimmith. We need one more to get our gold compass window. And there's some 3s and 4s and stuff around, I think, still. So hopefully that won't be too bad. Compass area number. Interesting. Now, of course, these could be in the same region, but they could not pick up this guy because of the wall in the middle, the very first rule we ever learned. Other than that, though, what are we looking at? Where can we start to derive some logic out of all of this? It's 6 tall by 6 wide. So, technically that works. I'm sure it's not going to be that simple. So let's undo that and not even think about placating myself with that nonsense. Right, this and this cannot share a region because this needs 7 more, which is more than the 6 requires. So that's going to get a line. That's a start. Then what? Great question. It's a fantastic question. The total region is 36, 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 54. Okay. So our total area equals 36. 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 54. So we have 4 regions. Of 9s. Now, is that true? I don't think it has to be true, because we could have 3 regions of 9s and then other regions, right? But we do know that at least some of these 9s are going to be together. Can you take this? I don't think you can, because then this would need 6 under. Well, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I know the other bits can't work, but yeah, so either the 6s work or the 7s work, but not both. Can it work with 1? So this plus 6 would be that, but that only makes 8. Oh, it doesn't seem to work. You came down. You guys get 6. Can't do that because this 7 would only have 4 left on the left-hand side to work with. So that's no good. So it is going to have to take one of them, right? Is that right? Because this is 12 cells. This guy needs 7 of them, leaving 5. If this wants to pick up 6, then this only has 6 others to pick up. So you must take one of these 6s. Does it have to be the one next to it? think so. I think there's no way to get to that one in a manner that is applicable to leaving this one out independent of itself. So that's going to have to get out. You need 7. You need 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. That's too small. I don't see how this goes. You could go like that, couldn't you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. No, no, no. As we've discussed. Hold on. Hold on. Does the 7 have to take both of the 6s, but some part of it has to be further to the right? So that is 2 of the 7. 3, 4, 5. Is that valid? You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a way that we can make all of that resolve. 1, 2, 3. Oh, but now this guy needs 6 to the left of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is way too much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know what to make of this. We also can't trap these 9s in. This feels... yeah, this just doesn't feel right. And it's not right. Okay. I'm like, I don't suppose this is any better because it leaves this one wide channel for everything to work through, which is no good. But this would have to take 1 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Leaves the 9 blocked in. That's too much. God, I don't know what to do with any of this. Alright, let's go find something I can do. A 3, I can surely do a 3. All regions must have an area of exactly 3. So you're going to pick up this, and one of those is ambiguous. I feel like there's still... okay, well, this has to come out. This has to come out. That can't reach that. That can't reach that. So this is going to have to take this, which puts that there, and that there, and that there. This has to get out. Can't touch that. That can't work. What? What? Oh. No, because... You have one to the right. Has to be that one. Doesn't it? Oh, I can do that. Yeah, of course. Right, how do we finish this out? Okay. Nice to go on. Hey, there's our golden window. So I can't see how many... I can see how many perfected windows I have, but I can't see a count of how many windows are not currently yet silvered or golded, just how many aren't jeweled, right? So that's jeweled, that's jeweled, that's jeweled. There's one rose, that's the 6 up there. You're jeweled. Jeweled. Gold. Jeweled. Gold. Gold, gold. Gold. Loads over here. Mismatch. Where's your window? Down there. I feel like there's still so much left to do. Golden jewels, so it's bricky. It's just loopy. We need another 10 to get that gold. And after that, there's obviously this, something over here, and this guy. But those ones are terrifying. Right, what else do we have in compass? Number 4. Those are some big numbers. Big numbers with solitude for each of those. Feels like it's going to be a lot of tiles. Where do we begin? We don't have much that is confined by being close to a side. Like this 3 takes those. Or these or whatever, but each region contains a single symbol. How do you have a 3-2? This just has to be this, right? There's no way it can't be this. So that's a start. Then this guy is going to need 5 to the right of this line. But 4 of them have to be below that line. So does that make that and that only? Perhaps? Feels that way. Each region contains a single symbol. So every region must have... Every tile must be part of a region with a symbol. We can't have, say, that left over. But short of just kind of trying to colour this out, I don't know what else I should be focusing on most here. How big is this region? 22. We only need 13 of those underneath it. This needs 10 to the right and 11 above these lines. Which I think means it has to start out like this and never touch this tile. That gets 1 above, and then it needs 10 to the right of it. Something akin to that. And And then this has to do... We do that. And then you can go around. Yeah. Okay. That was interesting. So doing these lines where I did a vertical and a horizontal, figuring out that we had to take the one extra before then cutting off. So we had to take the one extra before cutting over, sticking to the edges, realizing that we could take this tip and squeeze it into this gap so that then this could do the same trick but get around the 12-13 and then just fill out the rest of the space. 7, 6, another 4, another 7, squeeze in a 3. Compass, polyominoes. Now, obviously these don't have to orient in the way they are presented. So that lets the 2 happen. That lets the 3 happen. 1, 2, 3, 4. That can be a single. I think it's just figure out which shape can be applicable here. Not that way. That way. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Excuse me. But, yeah, that was a nice little tiny set of 3 puzzles, effectively. 51 of 66. We've come a long way around here. We really have. Ooh, a match. Not seen one of those in a long time. All regions must have the same shape. Well, it's clearly going to be that something small is going to exist on this end, like a hook. And then there's going to be something big on the backside of it that can then be effectively the top side of this 3x3. But we'll need to figure that out. It's basically our job. What the 3x3 presents the minimum size we could work with, I think. Could it be anything that's not this? I mean, it could be that. That would have to go like that, and it leaves the awkward corner. It is a difficulty 5, so I shouldn't just expect a waltz into the answer. Can it just be this shape? I don't think I can fit that shape. in here multiple times, can I? And could it be this shape? I think we're onto a winner. I think we're onto a winner. Well, we're going to need some finessing here. But it feels like we're onto something. This could be the opposing side. Could actually be lots of directions, couldn't it? Let me see if I can... Well, that would have to do this and come out to here or here. So that's ambiguous. This can be this. Okay. Now we just fill in the gaps, I imagine. Trying to picture what we have left. Nice. That one wasn't too bad. Sometimes the 5s can be a bit frightening, but there's actually quite a nice puzzle. What are you down there? A 4? Oh, God. It's just so busy. Gemini and compass. Whew. 0 there. This 222 business seems interesting. Is that the only shape I can make out of this? No, there's lots of shapes I can make out of that. I think. Yeah. Okay. Those are required. What else do we know is an absolute truth out of all of this? Doesn't feel like a lot, which is scary. This 3 and this 3 on the left can't touch, because this 3 going to this 3 would require this to gain at least 3 more, making that be a 4. So that gets a line. I'll take the small wins. I will take the small wins. This is a 2-1-1-3. This is a 1-3-1-4. But they don't have to be the same. They have to comply by the Gemini, but the top shape can be different than the bottom shape. That's not a matter of concern. We've discussed earlier the possible different shapes of this. For example, this. Or then it could supposedly be this. And I think I saw at least one other. But I think this has to take at least these 2 tiles. Because to get 2 under or 2 over can't originate to the right. Because if so, to go 2 under would put 3 at the right or 3 above. So I think we have to take at least those tiles, which is going to add some amount of structure to our solve, at the very, very least. It's something. It's only a difficulty 4, but I feel like there's so much less kind of absolutes given early in the puzzle, at least the way my brain sees what's going on. I feel like odds are this is doing this and this is doing some version of something similar. But quite what, I don't know. Because the 1 and the 1 make a lot of sense. Is how to get the 2 and the 3 to match. I mean, that could do that. And then 2 to the left and 3 to the, 2 to the left and 3 to the left just can't ever resolve, right? If that's true, maybe. I'm uncertain. And of course, whatever this shape becomes, this doesn't have to mirror it side to side. It could do long ways versus tall ways, you know? There's something here. There's something. Oh, we hypothesized this, didn't we? Which could do that. That would be one way that this Gemini could resolve. And in lieu of not having anything better, I will see if I can do anything else. That's 3. Oh, the 4 isn't resolved though. The 1 is. That's 4 and 2. That's 4 and 2. Okay. This could be completely wrong, but I will take something, you know? I will take anything that I can take that is seemingly towards a resolution, because Lord knows I need it. So this gets 6 below, and it's left with exactly 6 below, 3 left. 1 right and 1 above would be this, which is an ugly shape, but it's a shape. And if we look at this, this is 6 below and 1 above, but this is more extreme and could be 7 above, 0 below instead of 6 above, 1 below. So what would that look like? It would go up and then 1 across. Oh God. Can I make that work? As I said, it's an ugly shape. 3 to the left. Could be this. But we can't take in this. Is there some... We can only go 2 to the right as well. I'm suddenly lacking confidence. I can't picture the rotation of this shape in my head. Because this hook with 1 deeper can't do this, especially for the 2. I'm really having doubts now. My problem is, it looks so nice for the 6 being forced under the 1 already existing here, the 3 existing to the left, and then putting the 1 over. We can't put the 1 over anywhere else. This becomes a shape of 8. And so it would be this with 7 above. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But we can't do a 4 long straight line. That's that. Or maybe? Maybe? That's the hook. Is it that? Oh, thank God. 1, 1, 2. And then this would have to be... This doesn't fit, though. Can I make it... this could be... These could be different. 1, 1, 2. Get you to there. 2 and a 3 line. Isn't big enough. I can't make that longer. Ooh. Mayhaps. This also doesn't work for the 3. This also doesn't work for the 3. That doesn't work for the 1. They can't be part of the same region. I'm wondering if these are somehow wrong and it's impairing my ability to do this. But how we now change this into a way that continues to work. Part of me is like, try the check progress button just on these 2. But the problem is I got to these off of the basis of those. which feels like it's not going to be super helpful, you know? This for 3 left, 3 under. So it was this. Could it ever be this? Because that's about the only other option, isn't it? I don't know that we could make this shape. I don't think it ever works. Oh my god, everything is correct so far. I shouldn't have I shouldn't have clicked it, but we're fine. How do I do this then? It's that, isn't it? It was that simple. Oh, I'm so mad, but also reasonably happy. That was a tricky one for a 4, I would say. But I will take it for now. That is 53 of 66. Only 13 of those remaining for now. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe for more. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.